Hey everyone, daily NBA around the association for March 21st, 2017. Just want to recap all 7 games from Monday, March 20th, 2017's NBA action. First up, the Atlanta Hawks fall to the Charlotte Hornets 105-90. In this one, it's to note that Paul Millsap did not play. Kent Bazemore did not play. Looks like Bazemore is probably out for at least 10 days, if not the rest of the season. And then Millsap is out at least for the next 2 games, one more after last night's action at least. In this one, Dennis Schroeder put up 20 points and 6 assists, but no one on the team really stood out to do anything effective. The Hornets took control in the second quarter with a 23-4 run. Dwight Howard, as much as people said, oh, well, he's the hometown guy, he's really going to help them this season, it's a great move by the Hawks to have gotten him. I actually think it's a step down from Al Horford. Horford struggled rebounding the ball in the playoffs, but overall, I'd rather have Horford in the middle than Dwight Howard at this point. And the Hawks just are kind of where they are, just mediocre, mid-tier um, Eastern Conference team. The Charlotte Hornets get a strong effort out of Nicholas Batum, 16 points, 6 assists. Kemba Walker, usual, output 16 points there, a little below what he normally scores for them. But since they spread the ball around with Jeremy Lamb getting 12 points off the bench, and then Frank Kaminsky with 14 off the bench. Um, you know, Considerable win for the Hornets, who are still trying to make a push for the playoffs in the East, but I don't think they have enough to get there. Next game up, the Orlando Magic take an overtime win, 112-109 over the Philadelphia 76ers. They rally from 17 points down in the second half. In this one, it was all about Nikola Vucevic, 26 points, 13 rebounds in this one. Evan Fournier, 19 points. And then Elfrid Payton had 10 points, but more importantly, 13 rebounds. He's been playing really well since the All-Star break for the Orlando Magic. On Philadelphia's side, Robert Covington and Rashawn Holmes combined for 48 points. Dario Saric puts up 18 points. And then Nick Stauskas, another good game from him, 20 points off the bench there in the losing effort for the Sixers. The Utah Jazz lose another game, this time to the Indiana Pacers, 107-100. Gordon Hayward put up 38 points. George Hill, 16 points. Rudy Gobert, 16 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 blocks. Outstanding effort from them. But, it was all about Indiana and their starters. They combined for 79 points, 19 for Paul George, 16 for Miles Turner, 15 for C.J. Miles, and then 21 from Jeff Teague. Great effort by the Pacers. They needed this one for sure. The Washington Wizards, they lose another game. Isaiah Thomas comes back from injury to lead Boston to a win, 110-102. In this one, Bradley Beal had 19 points. John Wall struggled a little bit with only 16 and 8. And then on Boston side of things, Avery Bradley and Isaiah Thomas combined for 45 points in the backcourt. 9 rebounds out of Avery Bradley, which was important as well. Boston got a much-needed win. Played above their opponent this time, for sure. The Denver Nuggets narrowly lose to the Houston Rockets. James Harden scores the game-winning field goal with like 2 seconds left on a breakaway. And the thing about this one is Denver's still nursing some injuries. You've got Danilo Gallinari out. Wilson Chandler's out as well. Emmanuel Mudiay, played a little bit in this one, 9 minutes. He scored 8 points, but he's been mostly out of the rotation. They get good minutes out of Gary Harris, 28 points. He's been electrifying this season. Really, really good season. Glad to see it from him. Will Barton, 24 points off the bench. And then Nikola Jokic, 22 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists in this one. Fantastic season for him. he would be in the MVP discussion and surely have been an all-star in the West had he been doing this from the start of the season, getting all of those minutes. On Houston's side of things, Harden puts up 39 points, 7 rebounds, 11 assists, and then 4 steals as well. Of course, that game winner, Eric Gordon, 18 off the bench as well, and Houston gets another win, one more, and they'll have 50 wins for the season. The Golden State Warriors and Oklahoma City Thunder. Everybody was kind of geared up for this primetime matchup. Steph Curry, 23 points, shot the ball really, really well for them. There was a little bit of a skirmish between Samaj Kristen and Steph Curry that escalated a little bit, but nothing compared to what the NBA was in the late 80s, early 90s. People just get out of control with, oh, this is going to turn into a melee. Get real. Nothing was going to happen between the two. Klay Thompson, 34 points. Good shooting effort from him again. 7 for 15 from 3. And then on Oklahoma City side, Russell Westbrook struggled badly in this one. Only 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. Didn't have a good game at all. Oklahoma City just didn't look like they had it very well in this one. Came back a couple times, but then it was just over by the time we got to the fourth quarter. Last game of the night, the Los Angeles Clippers take care of the New York Knicks. And key note after this one, an interview with Carmelo Anthony, and he kind of hinted at wanting to get out of New York. Surprise, surprise. And LA being a destination for his wife and son and himself. And it'll be interesting to see what happens there in the offseason. But Kristaps Porzingis returns from injury in this one, 18 points, 11 rebounds. Then you get 18 points out of Derrick Rose, who's surely to, be down to his last few games as a New York Knick. And on LA's side, you've got Blake Griffin putting in 30 points. You can't stop that. 14 points by DeAndre Jordan to go with 10 rebounds and 3 blocks. And then a good effort off the bench between Jamal Crawford's 14 points and Austin Rivers putting in 17 points. So much needed win for the Clippers, and this shows, a down season again for the New York Knicks. They may struggle to get to 30 wins on the entire season. So that's kind of sad to see. Just an update on the playoff standings. Denver only a half game up on Portland. Portland's won 3 in a row. Denver's lost their last 2. And then on the Eastern Conference side of things, both Detroit and Miami are tied for the A spot, but Detroit holds that tiebreaker. Miami lost, of course, their last game, and Detroit won their previous game as well. So we'll have to see how that shakes out. But hope everybody enjoyed this wrap up, daily around the association for March 21st, recapping March 20th games. Be back tomorrow morning recapping tonight's NBA action as well.